Humanity occupies a precarious position in the cosmos. We are ticks boiling on a moat in a sea of nothing, surrounded by infinite hostile forces. Yet the United States government decided to build a massive bureaucracy to fight back anyway. This fight began in 1917. Amidst the mud and mustard gas of Europe, soldiers reported bizarre anomalies that artillery shells couldn't explain. The Office of Naval Intelligence established the P-4 Division to investigate these claims. Once the war ended, the budgets dried up. P-4 shrank to a skeleton crew of 8 clerks, spending their days logging local ghost stories and strange weather reports into filing cabinets. The rest of the intelligence community treated the division as a punchline. American military supremacy was growing, and national leaders operated under the comfortable assumption that they possessed total control over their borders and reality itself. Treating the paranormal as a filing error meant that by 1927, the United States possessed no protocols for what Treasury agents actually found in the town of Innsmouth. In late 1927, Treasury agents looking into suspected bootlegging and sedition in the town of Innsmouth reported back with something much stranger. They described a population seemingly integrated with an aquatic species, beings they would later categorize as deep ones. Confronted with an existential threat on domestic soil, President Calvin Coolidge authorized a heavily militarized response dubbed Project Covenant. The government sent in the Marines, the Coast Guard, and the Navy. They deployed torpedo-armed submarines to the coastal reef, leveling the alien structures and physically wiping Innsmouth off the map with high explosives. The smoke cleared, leaving a massive bureaucratic dilemma. The state apparatus now knew that hostile, non-human intelligence existed, but absolute secrecy dictated they could never publicly admit it. They needed a place to hide the traumatized, combat-hardened veterans of the raid. The solution was ruthless and highly efficient. They funneled every survivor directly into the ignored, heavily mocked P-4 Division. P-4 secretly relocated to a naval medicine annex in Yuma, Arizona. Their mandate shifted overnight from pushing paper to actively hunting non-human threats. By translating the esoteric Book of Dagon, cryptographers mapped a vast logistical network of Deep One colonies across the Pacific Ocean floor. Using these coordinates, P-4 directed Navy strike teams to aggressively eliminate alien outposts off the coasts of the Philippines and Nicaragua. But conventional explosives weren't always enough. P-4 crossed a dangerous threshold by studying recovered texts and utilizing hypergeometry, weaponizing the aliens' own rituals to lure entities into deadly military ambushes. The operations of the 1930s proved humanity could inflict damage on cosmic forces. It also cemented a grim operational doctrine. Fighting the apocalypse would require absolute secrecy and the willingness to turn the enemy's dark sciences against them. In December 1941, the attack on Pearl Harbor shattered the geopolitical landscape and thrust the United States into the chaos of the Second World War. To handle the sudden new demand for covert warfare and global espionage, President Franklin D. Roosevelt directed the creation of the Office of Strategic Services, or OSS. P-4 officers approached the new OSS leadership with a chilling intelligence briefing. They warned of a heavily funded occult research division within the Nazi SS, known as the Karateka, operating under Heinrich Himmler to weaponize the paranormal for the Axis war effort. OSS Director Wild Bill Donovan saw the immense psychological warfare potential in these occult operations. He ordered P-4 to be fully absorbed into his new intelligence agency. The P-4 division was officially erased from the organizational charts. In its place, Donovan created a highly restricted, eyes-only security clearance, easily identified by the distinctive green triangles stamped on the file folders. P-4 was the crucible. To survive these forces, the U.S. government integrated occult intelligence directly into its national security architecture, officially birthing Delta Green.